Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Abernathy, and we're coming back for part 2 of a 13, and actually I'm going to add one, but 13-point list of how patients choose a dentist, why they stay with them, So go back, watch the first one. You haven't watched it, but this is number 2. The first thing on this second video is post-op phone calls. Now, I know the doctors are rolling their eyes. And I asked the staff, who do you think they want to do the post-op phone calls? And everybody's going to say, the doctor. Okay, yes, that's it. So what they said here is, I want the doctor to give me a call and check on me. Now, we all know to do that, but less than 15% of the dentists out there make post-operative phone calls. I did that, and I saw 20 or 30 patients a day. I checked 4 hygienists every day. Now, I only called the ones that I stuck with a needle or that were having some condition that needed a follow-up. But always someone that I stuck with a needle. In fact, in addition to the phone calls, I always wrote a terrific patient card to every person that I stuck with a needle. I had these cards from Abbott Cards that just says terrific patient. And I'd write, hey, you're a great patient today. If you need anything, give me a call. Here's my cell number. Don't forget to send me 2 more patients just like you. Put it in an envelope. It goes to the front with the patient. At the front desk, they address it to her and mail it to her. But again, I always made the post-op phone calls every day my entire career. Number 2, post-operative instructions. I don't want to go way off base here because what they said was post-operative instructions, but let me tell you what post-operative instructions, how they fit into the standard of care. Now, you all know that you must take blood pressure on every patient every time. That's standard of care. You've got to make a notation. There was no change in medical history or a change to it. You all have to have informed consent. Okay? And the definition is the advantages, disadvantages, risks, and alternatives of treatment in the patient wanted to go ahead. Okay? Then you list what you did. But what you probably don't know is post-operative instructions have to be oral and written and are part of the informed consent, legally are part of the informed consent. So at the end of your deal, patient was given oral and written post-operative instructions. So these are the patients telling you this. I want post-operative instructions. I want the doctor to tell me, I want the staff to tell me, and I need something to take with me in case I forget, okay? That's what they want. That was important to them. That's why they stay with this doctor and how they choose a doctor. Personal hygiene of staff and doctor. Okay, now, what does that mean? Okay, and I'm going to kind of tiptoe around this just a little. Personal hygiene of staff and doctor. Let's do the real basic ones. Okay, chewing gum. No chewing gum. You don't chew gum in a dental office. No tattoos. You got a tattoo on your arm, you wear a long sleeve. You got one crawling out of your neck, you wear a collar. If you got one across your face, you're not working in a dental practice. No piercings. Nothing on your lip, nothing on your nose, nothing in your eye. Only 1 or 2 studs in your ear. Not short hair, long hair here, purple here, green there. Just common sense stuff. There is this perception of some standard of what a healthcare provider would look like. If you were sitting in front of me, I'd say, how long has it been since you had your teeth bleached? Okay, and usually when I ask that, very few people have had them bleached very often. They expect that. Let me tell you a story and kind of an example of this. I was speaking in Chicago about 2 years ago at the Chicago Midwinter, and it's down at the convention center downtown. And then, I'd never been there before, but on the second floor is a hallway that leads to the next building, and it's a mall. And it goes for miles. Huge, 40-foot wide hallway like you'd see in any mall with stores on each side. And I'd finished speaking that morning. I wasn't going to get out till the next day, and it was the month that we had my anniversary. And I was going to pick up a couple of things in the mall, just something I could fit in my bag. We'd been married for 35 years. It wasn't going to be a car or anything super expensive, but just 2 or 3 things, and we're going to go out to eat dinner with friends and stuff, for our anniversary. So I'm stopped in the hallway, and I'm looking over at this store. And it's kind of like a Victoria's Secret store, but it wasn't Victoria's Secret, but it had lingerie and stuff, and I was embarrassed to go in there. I'm sitting there, people are walking by, I'm out in the middle of the hall, and then all of a sudden this attractive lady, about 40-something, puts her hand on my shoulder and said, can I help you? I went, no, why are you, why'd you touch me? And she says, well, I noticed you were looking at my store. And I said, no, I wasn't, and she says, yeah, you were. I own that store. And I said, do you have some questions? And so I told her this story. She says, well, tell me about your wife. And I said, well, she's 5'6", 125 pounds, size 6 rings, 6.5 shoe, 34C. I mean, I knew all of her measurements, and I mean, I couldn't help myself. I said, but I'm not looking for edible underwear. I mean, she goes, no. I mean, we've got all sorts of stuff in there. And she says, come in. You can sit down. We've got a man chair that has magazines about 4-wheel drive vehicles and killing animals, and you can read that. It'll take me 5 or 10 minutes. I'll find you something. Now, so I went, okay. I mean, I did want to walk around, and I was just embarrassed to walk around not knowing what to look for. And and I explained to my wife, to this lady about my wife, that my wife oftentimes she doesn't wear much jewelry. It's just like her wedding ring and maybe just a stud in an ear or just a drop. That's it. She sleeps in a 50-year-old BMW motorcycle T-shirt that I had in college. I mean, she's just not that, foo-foo, and she says, no, it's fine. So I sat down and read the magazine. The magazines were good. To her word, she's back in 10 minutes. She says, I've got something. Now, caveat here, I didn't realize when I walked in, because I was looking right at her back of her shoulders when she's taking the chair. I didn't want to look around. But there were skinny people and heavier people, size 0, size 16, tall, Hispanic, Asian, white, black. I mean, you name it, all different body types of salespeople there. She says, okay, well, found something for you. And so I'm putting my magazine, getting up, and she says, no, sit there. And she says, girls, come on in. And she had 3 girls, and they were probably in their early 20s, probably weighed less than my wife did, but 34C, about the same height and everything, wearing lingerie. I said, I'll take 2 of those, 3 of those, 1 of those. And, I spent $1,200 in less than 10 minutes. And, and I thought, okay, I've got it done. And she goes, well, you made it kind of a big deal about your wife wanting him to be real soft. Don't you want to touch the fabric? And I'm going, I can touch them? She says, yep. The little girl walks over and just kind of pulls out her panties and, offers them to feel. I'm going, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll take 6 of these, whatever. But the point being is that they had my right and left brain going. They presented this in the best light, so I could see what it looked like on my wife, and I bought. They were speaking directly to me. That's kind of what personal hygiene, staff, of doctor, all these things go together to fit to make, we don't really have to sell in dentistry. It's just a conversation then. And people demand services and products. Okay. The next one is quality dentistry in staff. Now, again, this kind of goes back to the bleaching. But one of the things, if your staff has black mercury fillings, then please remove them from your staff. If you can do some cosmetic contouring and soften the cuspids or make their smile line look prettier, make their teeth whiter, again, quality of dentistry and staff was real important. It's funny. I mean, we're, as a patient, would be laying back, and we as doctors and staff are over the patient. They don't have much to look at except our teeth and our face and the way we're made up and our hair and stuff like that. So all of these things are important to get them to say yes. So that's the next group of things that you need to be doing to market your practice internally to the patients that see you. I'll see you next time. We'll go over how patients judge or choose a dentist. Thanks.